So I'll turn it over to you guys to ask Trey the questions you have for him.
Hey, what's up, Trey? It's Jonathan Alexander, Shot Observer. Hope you're doing well. I know you all, had a meeting recently with the team. Just wondering how that conversation went. What were some of the important things that you all talked about?
Yeah, I think, just for respect of my teammates, all of us who were in the meeting, we want to keep it slim on what was said. But right now, I will say we're working on our priorities. Right now, we're trying to get our list together, trying to make sure that Tepper, Coach Rule, we can all get on the same page so, that this works the right way as a team, everybody understanding what our points are. So, we don't have a silver bullet to fix it all, of course, but, we definitely want to get, again, the priorities set so we're all on the same page.
If I could ask a follow-up, did you feel like it was productive?
Very, very. I can say it was. Whether it was just guys' mentals, just being able to talk, being able to get things off their heart, the way they were feeling. I thought it was a very productive meeting. And it also showed, I could say the unity with everybody else who, whether NBA, WNBA, MLB, just different leagues. So just to be able to take a day off from our jobs and get into that combo, it means a lot. And it was a good thing.
Trey, Mike Solarte at Spectrum News 1. How you doing, man? The decision came today, no fans for the home opener against Vegas. Your instant reaction to that and how different do you think the game atmosphere becomes now? Because it's basically a live game with if a game happens and no one's there to see it, doesn't really happen.
Yeah. I just learned about it maybe 2 minutes ago. You guys know how much we love the fans. We love our fans. To be able to, have them here means a lot to us. But to be, to not have them, we just had a scrimmage in our fan fest, no fans. So coach was telling us, get a taste of this, man, because this is this is what the season is probably going to look like. As well as in practice, we've been doing the same thing, getting our minds right. For this to happen, unfortunately, we want to have a plan, we want to have a process, and if that means right now us learning that we don't have fans out there, we want. I hope on the couch so they can, get as loud as possible for us, and we can just feel the energy from the spirits because, we'll miss them week one, but it doesn't change for us. This is what we're equipped for. This is what our process has us ready for. So we just got to, keep ahead and keep pounding.
Trey, when do you think you'll notice the lack of fans the most, and when do you think, especially with the piped-in noise, that you won't notice it?
I guess when you run out on the field, that would be my very first guess of this is when you'll notice. Tre Boston, appreciate it, North Carolina, like coming out with, the smoke and stuff. But I think, you're gonna know. But I think it takes you to an element of in practicing like a professional. But now it's a game, and we'll have some crowd noise, definitely not the same, but we got a job to do, and we're going to get the job done.
Trey, Teddy yesterday put out a tweet kind of reflecting on 4 years ago was to the day of his injury. Yeah. It's pretty incredible now that you've gotten to know him a little better, just to see how far he's come in a fairly short period of time from where he was.
Yeah. Teddy's a good guy, man. I've known him throughout the league, throughout the years, we're both Florida guys. To see how hard he's worked, to see what he's overcome, to see him every day lead our team, to be genuine about his leadership. Guys respond well to Teddy. Teddy does a great job out there, not only commanding the team, but we respect him because he's able to be the example for us as well, and we know he's a guy we can trust.
Trey, could you, without, again, like you said, not getting into specifics necessarily, but how was it was it organic Saturday morning that the conversation was rolling, or you just were like, let's keep doing this and let's worry about practice or scrimmage another day?
Not gonna lie, the question is a little off for me. Can you word that one more time for me?
Yeah, I'm sure it was on my end, not yours. How did it come to pass Saturday as you were having your team meeting that you all did not practice and you kept discussing?
Yeah. Again, I think it was a very important issue. So as a team, as coaches, even GM, we felt that it was needed. And collectively, we came to coaches and we let them know this how we felt. And, they felt the same way. And so they thought it was needed as well. So, to come together again to have that talk, I think it was a breath of fresh air for a lot of guys because obviously we're more than just athletes. So, this is stuff weighs on our minds, our mental, our hearts as well. So I think it was, a good refresher for us.
Tre, hey, you've talked in the past about the way that the previous regime and the previous ownership treated these social justice issues. As it's, obviously come to the forefront more and more often and leading to what happened this weekend, how has the reaction from the owner been thus far, and have you had any conversations with him about it?
Yeah, we talked, I want to say Friday about it. And, I've said it before. I think Tepper does a great job of, supporting what his players support, being able to communicate with us. And, I appreciate him for that. It's all up to us. At the end of the day, if we come with a great, great priorities of what we want and how we want them, Tepper does a great job of at least listening to us, hearing us out, and being able to accept the challenge. And if that means him putting his own money in it, he's willing to do it. And you've seen that with him throughout many things that he's done, him and his wife, Nicole, whether it's scholarships here or there, whether it's putting laptops in high schools, helping out West Charlotte, South Carolina, just different things. We appreciate what Tepper does and what the Teppers do for his organization.
Hey, Tre, David Newton here. To be clear, did David talk just to you or a few players or the entire team and address it?
Yeah, I'll just say he talked to me for right now. We won't talk about everything, and I thought it was well needed because it's always good to feel like your owner is on the same page as you.
You guys have any more questions?
Tre, on the football side, how's the secondary gelling so far? I know there's a lot of not a lot, but a few new pieces there, and some young guys. How are you guys coming together? Does it feel like the football season is going to start in less than 2 weeks?
Yeah, it does. Guys are ready. I think we prepared for this. I think the secondary is gelling well. We obviously know that it's a young group, so for me it's about keeping the energy. It's about keeping the guys going, learning each and every day, trying to get 1% better, allowing them to grow, us learning each other. You guys know, I love for my guys to play with confidence. So the more confidence I can instill in those guys, whether it's preparing, whether it's the playbook, whether it's them seeing the opponent, I try as best as I can to allow us to play fast. And right now, I think we're gelling well. So I can't wait. Competition. We haven't been able to have preseason games, so competition's coming fast, and I think it'll be fun for us to get out there and just run around.
Tre, really the only team that you've gone against is your own and your own offense. How do you see that offense coming together, and what are some things about it that stand out to you?
Yeah, I think the offense does well. I think what stands out to me is there's a lot of weapons. There's a lot of weapons that you got to decide what you're going to do as a defense to stop it. And, as a defense, we got to go against it every single day. So I'm happy, we're able to go against that because it's a good measuring stick for us to go against. And, every day we have a battle, and it's about getting your brothers better. So we are a competition right now. So, as much as we can go out there and just get each other better, the better we'll get as a team.
Tre, for as long as you've been here, it seems like every year, people want to make secondary the quote unquote question mark.
Yeah.
And the same is true again this year. Where do you think that comes from? And is it a chip for you guys?
It's just the history of the organization, I feel. But it's, we're always dominant in our front sevens. This is what we take our pride in here, running the ball and stopping the run. For us as a secondary, yeah, you know, as long as I've been here, it's always been the go-to. But we love that because we know as a secondary, it goes as we go. We got to come out here, we got to take that chip, and we got to play with it. I love having that chip on our shoulders because our guys are willing to come up and they're willing to come to work every single day, knowing that we have a task in front of us. If we play well, the secondary, our team plays well. So it's all about us, continue to fight, continue to go out there, keep pounding, continue to prepare as professionals. We know we're the best, and then you got to truly believe in that, and that you back that up with play after that. So I think as a secondary, we're going to come out there and know what we're doing, and we're going to play fast.
Hey, Trey, this again, I wanted to ask you, I know you don't work with Joe Brady, but you see him out there and you see what his offense does. What have you observed from him that sort of stood out with you while you're on the field, and how would you describe his offense, secondly?
Yeah, I believe he's just cool, calm, and collective. That's what for me, being a 30-year-old coach, to see him as calm and collective when he's calling plays, having fun with the guys, being able to mingle with them because of the age difference. It's a cool sight to see. We got snow. You got a 64-year-old coach, and it's cool because even he's hip to us as well, and he wants to learn the young lingo. So it's cool to have coaches like that, regardless. But to see it in a 30-year-old younger coach, man, it shows the poise that he has, and those guys, they'll have some stuff to show.
Hey, Trey, JB Ricks with Spectrum News 1 here. Thanks for taking out the time. Let's go back to you guys not having any preseason games. How much more difficult is it for the players, during this training camp to not lose your emotions and whatnot, because you don't have that opponent to go against, to prepare yourselves for the regular season opener? How much do you guys have to temper your emotions during this training camp like no other?
Yeah. I think understanding that at the same time we're trying to get each other better each and every day, but we need each and every one of our brothers on our team for a season. So you're trying to go out there, you're having periods where you're simulating games. You're trying to simulate preseason, getting guys riled up, getting them going, but at the same time understanding how to be a professional because we need these players. As there's tackles that you might take in a game, not taking those same tackles during practice, being level-headed enough to understand we need every and each, player on this team when it comes to the season. So I think coach has done a great job of being able to keep our heads on our shoulders and getting us ready. And right now, guys are, they're nipping at the bit, just, they're ready for the next couple of weeks to get by. But I think he's done a great job of allowing us to, feel our waves of the roller coaster, but allowing us to stay nice and cruising. So I think keeping a level head has been a great opportunity for us to go into the season right on edge to where we can just finally take off.
Trey, in sort of the same vein of that, with no preseason games, and it seems like there are going to be a lot of young guys contributing on the defense. How do you make sure that they're prepared for everything that they need to do come week one? And how are they progressing in that?
Yeah, I think they're progressing well. They're young. It's all about getting 1% better each day. And it's about being willing to come out and have tools, have assignments in front of you, and knowing that you have to do them and you have to get better. And I think they've done a great job with that. They haven't had preseason games, so they're gonna, I guess you would say, get thrown into a fire of competition. But I think we're doing, like I just said, we're doing a great job of simulating these preseason games in practice, being smart, but allowing guys to really get in their feel back and get the pads wet.
Guys, we have time for one or two more questions.
Trey, I was just wondering, I know you don't want to talk about what was discussed specifically Saturday, but I was just wondering from you as one of the team's leaders, why is it important for you guys to kind of meet and get on the same page just as players and make sure you all have the same goals in mind?
Yeah, I think sometimes, it takes us, having to take a step back, breathing, coming together collectively, because there's a lot of people who have a lot of great, propositions, plans, different priorities that they feel we should attack. And if you don't get everybody's input, it allows for the links to be a little loose. And we wanted to be able to take everybody's input, everybody's mindset and put it on paper and see, again, what are the priorities? How can we make this impact, soon, but last forever? And that's the thing, a lot of people always talk about change, but they attack it so fast that others aren't on the same page as them. And I thought we wanted to be on the same page, really listen to a lot of educated men inside this building and taking each and everybody's word and researching it, having time to actually, get everything and the nuances ironed out. And I thought it was important that we did that.
Hey Trey.
All right, last question for you, Josh.
You mentioned that Phil Snow's trying to learn the young lingo.
Yeah.
Any examples of what that young lingo is? And
man, you might have to ask him, man. You know what I mean? I want him to freely use it when he needs it. But just don't let him fool you, man. He's young. He's young at heart. You know what I mean? Don't let the looks fool you.
All right. Trey, we appreciate it. Thanks for taking the time.